The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're planning on buying or selling a home, the real estate crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here at the Real Estate House Party. No, please, everyone sit down. Please, I gotta mention a lot of people. Please. Now, Frank Santarelli of The Sopranos does giggles a lot.
Yes.
First thing he says when he comes out is, please put your pages and phones and text messages. Look at him in the audience right now.
Sure.
It took
Sitting
him.
there with his
it took
phone.
him 8 seconds within the show.
Do as I say, not as I do.
So here we are.
Yes.
Boy, we got some really prolific people out
Rick
in the
has been
audience.
up since like 3 o'clock, not last morning, but the morning before.
that.
Yeah,
Preparing
writing
for this
notes.
show?
Yeah,
Yes,
Right.
yeah,
exactly.
Which is really scaring me.
And we saw you bringing a notebook, but
Not
my
for
date
us.
book.
it's your
It's
date
my
book?
date book.
Is
It's
it
where I keep
2019?
Oh, your
No,
day
it's my,
book.
it's my, it's where I write
Okay.
down. I don't do it on my phone because it's
Oh,
too
yeah.
complicated.
Too hard, yeah.
So I
on my
still
phone.
write them down, and that's my. People call me and they go, "Can you do this date?" And I open my book while I'm driving.
Okay. No,
Okay.
that's all right.
Because
That's all right.
you shouldn't text and
No,
drive.
right, but you can
reading
read,
your
yeah,
calendar
yeah.
is fine while you drive.
Drive around New
Absolutely.
Hampshire with no helmets.
Yeah.
As long as you're not on the phone.
You're
Right,
fine.
You're
right,
fine.
Right. You don't have to wear a seatbelt. You can
No
live free or
seatbelts.
die in New Hampshire.
I saw a guy on a motorcycle with a big gulp the size of.
Sure.
And he's driving around on the phone.
Sure.
Just driving around. Right.
Sure.
Right.
I think they should ban eating and driving.
I know, it's just
That's
kind of
where I
like
think-
talking on
yeah,
the phone.
I think that's where the trouble comes
Oh,
in.
putting on makeup and driving?
You ever drop hot soup in your lap at 95?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't.
We'll have to ask you about some food jokes afterwards. Pulled pork and all
Pulled
that.
pork.
But
sure.
we'll
Now,
do that after the show.
Let's keep it nice.
Today-
'Cause you haven't
I
introduced our
told-
guest yet.
We don't have a guest
No,
today.
there's no
All
more
right.
guests they want to come on. There.
We have
do-
finally
we
reached
do
that.
have-
We finally reached that point where nobody wants to
Yeah.
come on the show.
Hi, can you make it to our show? When is it? Next Tuesday? No.
Can I look at the show before? No, don't look at the show. No.
We tried all the way till this morning
Yeah,
and
no,
nobody
it's
would
good to
come.
just have us.
Remember, we had some people who refused to give out their phone number at the end of the show.
Right, at
Joan
the end
Lepore.
of the show. Sure.
Joan Lepore.
Yeah.
She gave out her competitor's phone number.
Right.
And I didn't blame her on that one.
And we got our photographers here, so just hopefully let me know when you take
Yeah, we
pictures of
have a brand new promo video that.
Yes, we have a promo video out.
Yeah. Real Estate House Party.
It's nice.
That's right.
Yeah.
It came
That's
out
right.
great.
Yeah.
That's right. It does.
We look professional, actually.
Now,
Yeah, because we're not saying anything. You
the
know
whole
what I mean?
show is muted. Good
Right.
point.
When you look at us, we look like we
Yeah,
know we're
the minute
it
stuff
looks
comes
like
out
we're
of our
saying
mouth.
stuff
Right.
and we're engaged and stuff. But
Tommy
as soon
says we'll have the best audio guys on the little clip.
Right.
There's no audio.
No audio. Sure.
So today we you know how we always say we're going to give out like 10, 15, 20 tips?
Sure.
Today, one tip.
One tip.
We get through one
I bet you
tip.
we don't get through it.
The one tip is on 5 pages, though. That's
5
so.
pages,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So
1A,
it's-
1B,
it would
1C.
be- I
Yes.
see.
Yes. So today's tip is we're going to maximize a broker's commission and potential earnings.
Earning
Wow.
potential.
Yeah.
Earning
What do you think about
potential.
that?
That
What
sounds
are
important.
you not going to talk about?
Isn't that the whole point of selling something?
Yes.
Yeah.
To get the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Isn't that the American way?
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, some of the tips today we could use in a lot of business.
Right.
Kathy didn't like how I introduced this when she was reading the notes because I was saying what we're not going to talk about.
Right. Well, I wasn't sure if it was what we are
Look.
going to talk about because then I had to bone up on those subjects.
And
but
I've said it a million times. Reading is going to cause nothing but trouble.
it was causing trouble for me.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Go
Once you
ahead.
start reading and those words get into your
That's
brain,
right. That's right.
That's when it all starts going
Yeah.
bad.
We've had some guests on the show that have talked about different ways they could get leads. We had
Yeah.
one lady literally knocking on doors.
Oh, yeah.
to
That's
get-
the
to get
father,
leads.
that's
Right.
mother and son.
Father, yeah.
Right. And
Mother
she's
and
from a
son.
different generation
Right.
than the millennials with the
Sure.
technology.
She probably started out with floor time.
Sure.
You know what floor
Yeah.
time is?
No.
What's floor time?
It's when you used to hang out at the broker's office and someone would walk in and say, I'm looking to buy a house. And they say, oh, okay, I'm the person on the floor today, so that's who you got for a broker.
Wow, that
You didn't
seems
pick your
arcane.
broker.
That seems ridiculous.
That's a little archaic.
Yeah.
You don't think that happens much?
But that was happening 30 years ago, don't you think?
Sure.
Yeah. Floor time. I think
Yeah,
there's
plus,
still some people-
these days, you got to be careful. Someone knocks on my door, they're in danger of getting shot. You know what I mean? I don't.
Any particular reason?
I know,
or
like you just open the door
I
and
don't
shoot.
like, I don't like, no one
You have a
comes to my
spring
door.
gun?
When was the last time someone knocked on your door asking for a cup of sugar? When was the last time that happened?
So anyone who knocks on your door, you
They-
shoot?
I didn't say I shot them. I said they have the potential.
Thank God the last time you visited, he wasn't home.
They
His
have
wife
the-
was home.
They have the
That's why I
potential.
ran by his house. I pretended I was in a marathon.
No, I wouldn't shoot anybody. No.
You wouldn't do
You
one of
just
those.
threatened
You wouldn't
to.
do one of those spring guns, would you?
The best I'll do is paperclip and elastic.
Yeah, that would hurt too.
Yeah,
that could take an eye out.
Especially in the cold weather. You
Right. That might backfire, though. It could hurt you too.
Yeah, sure. I can quote John Candy in the Vacation movie. That's going to leave a welt.
Frank Santarelli's
Yeah.
taking more pictures in the audience than we are up here, you know.
That's all right.
Is that all right?
That's what he does.
All
right, let's get
no
going.
more floor time.
Okay,
no more
floor
door
time.
knocking.
No.
Cold calling. None of that stuff.
Right.
Cold calling's the word. You know how I feel about that.
Right.
Where you'll be in the middle of dinner.
Yes.
Someone will call and go,
Do you
hey,
wanna
you want to
sell
sell
your
your house? I go, the guy goes, I said, no. He goes, why? I go, because I'm eating dinner in it. If I don't have a house, where am I going to eat dinner?
Would you ever sell a house just someone calls you up and just says,
I don't
"Hey,
think so.
yeah."
It depends on the mood and if my wife and I are
I'm
getting
not
along.
asking
you.
Oh, not me particular.
I think most people would not say, "Oh yeah,
Tony
you know what?
shoots
I was
people, they just
thinking about
walk there."
selling my house."
Right, exactly.
That's
so
probably
all
not a
that's
good
out.
idea.
It seems like you're thinking of not selling your house more than you're thinking about selling your house.
Right.
You know what I mean? There seems like that one day where you go, hey, maybe I'll sell the house. But every day you go, I like this house. I like living in it.
But you're also not going to pick up the phone and someone's going to say, would you like to sell your house? Or
No.
you're thinking of selling your house. You're going to you know what? That's a great idea.
Right.
And then use them. Like if you're selling your house, you're doing all your research. You're looking for a listing agent that's going to work for you.
Maybe they think they're catching you off guard.
Right.
You know.
But I don't like
You
that.
think of selling your house? Yeah. I mean, no. Oh, no, you said yeah first. No.
Caught
We're
you.
going with the first one. Or maybe it's like an impulse buy. You know,
Yeah,
like when you go to the stores now.
All right,
and
I'll do it.
And they put you in that maze before you get up to
and how many times you stop and buy something or
Right,
actually
right.
look at
Right.
it?
Well, they leave you there long enough. You're going, hey, maybe I do need some caramel corn and some wireless Hello Kitty headphones. Sure. So maybe it's that same thing of like, oh, yeah, I wasn't thinking about selling my house, but you just reminded me. I want to sell my house.
Yeah.
All right, what's our one tip? All right, so first of all, you have to have your plan in mind, your goals in mind, right? So if you've sold 5 houses last year,
Yeah.
you have to put down a written plan, whatever. You want to sell 10 houses this year.
If you're now this is if you're the broker.
If you're the broker. Today we're talking from the broker's,
point of view, how to make the most
So
money.
this is how you do it.
Right.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
this has ever
Dying,
been-
dying,
I know,
waiting to hear it.
I know. You have to ask those 5 clients you have at the present time to see if they have a friend, and then it jumps up from 5 to 10.
Right.
That's
but
it. Thank you. Good show. Appreciate
Fantastic.
it. Thank you. That's a wrap.
I'll circle back.
Okay.
But the thing of it is you got to make sure that those 5 people that you asked
Yeah.
are going to answer favorably.
Sure.
Or over the top favorably.
Right.
Like they are.
All right. Can we talk psychology?
Yeah, let's.
We like psychology,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah. Sure.
Don't answer it like that. You should be.
No, I do.
He's sitting back. He's going for another snooze.
No. I have a degree
If we're
in
doing psychology, you're.
yeah, we got the body language
We got the
going.
body.
Oh yeah, whatever. Talk about it.
I have a degree in psychology. Now you're in my wheelhouse.
All right, so
All
this
right,
is
let's
what
do
it's all
it.
about. Here's psychology. So referrals. So say we're grading any type of situation.
Right.
1 to 10.
Okay.
The job is 1 to 10.
Okay.
The middle ones, say like 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're grading that experience,
Yes.
those people do not give referrals.
Right.
They don't.
They
No.
don't. You have to.
So
be,
anyone from 4 to 7, say.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyone
exactly.
from 7 down, I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
all right.
the first
Right.
three, 1, 2, and 3 will give
That's-
referrals, but
Yeah,
bad referrals.
yeah.
That's
Or
like-
we're talking about a good referral, like
That's
us.
when someone will go, we're in the top 10. That means you're 10.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right. Because
Right,
if you were in the
exactly.
top 8, you
You'd
would have
say
said
that's
top 8.
That's a good point. You
Right.
did take psychology.
I know
Very
things.
impressive. Very
Oh,
impressive.
sure.
So,
Plus, if you ask me, my 5 friends don't have houses.
Well, they could sell their tents.
Yurt.
Or the yurt.
They got to get a
well,
yurt.
they did it because
sure.
of their impulse selling, right?
Right,
Okay, so
Listen,
Or impulse buying.
I have at least 4 friends who will sell somebody else's house.
Oh, boy.
does Frank Santarelli have a house?
Yeah.
Does Artie Jr.
Yeah,
have a house?
technically he does, yeah.
He does have a
Artie
house.
does.
Artie
Yeah.
does, okay.
All
got a
right. So we have Artie's house to sell.
Yeah,
All right,
well, let's
Artie's
go with
house to
Artie.
sell.
Yeah, sure.
So we got to think of how that referral is going to become an 8, 9, or 10.
Right.
We got to have it.
And we're going for a 10. We should be
going
going.
for
We
a
should be
10.
going for a 10
Shoot
every
for a
time.
10, sure.
Right. We got to go for that experience.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking is that broker has to have a lot of knowledge, a lot of confidence, and a lot of understanding of the closing process
And a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
to get it to be a 9 or 10, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So we're here with our one tip to give, 30 suggestions on how to get that one tip. Don't roll your eyes.
No.
Usually I get that on this side of the
Oh, he
floor.
rolled them. I didn't.
I didn't. No,
I'm with you, Rick.
I didn't roll my eyes. I squinted my nose.
What?
I went, what? All right. One tip, 30 subparts.
Let's go.
All
All right,
right.
here it is. Since day one,
Yeah.
we always thought the people should reverse the order on how they do things in the closing process.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Are we right
get
on
your
that?
team first.
Get
Yeah.
your team first.
Get a
because-
lawyer before you get anybody
Oh,
else.
see, you're good. You know you're on video
Yeah.
today.
Sure, of
You're
course.
Yeah, he's showing off.
You're just showing off and all, right?
Accumulated knowledge, my friend. Accumulated knowledge. Now I got that out of my head. I could put something useless in.
So we got to reverse the order.
Okay.
So we've talked about this. Someone has 5 commissions during the year. Let's just make them $20,000 each
Yep.
commission.
Yep.
So
That's $100,000.
Yeah. Good
you
job.
are a
Thank
numbers
you.
guy.
Thank
You
you.
are a numbers guy. We thought it'd be very important to get that closing done. Because if I have
Yeah.
20,000 showing up in 3 months, that money's already spent.
That's
if I have
done.
no one,
Right.
it's gone. You know
Right.
what I mean?
So,
Right, yeah.
so it's as important to the seller. It's as important to the buyer. It's as important to the broker that it closes
Right.
Right.
on the day that it's supposed to close.
Right.
Let me ask a semi-serious question.
Go ahead.
On average, how many houses do you think a broker sells? in
Oh,
a
it
year?
depends. It really
Well,
depends.
a
Really?
heavy hitter might do what, five or six a month?
5 or 6 a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
a lot of.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
At
houses.
20 grand.
But the thing
Bob,
is, if you only have 5 houses to sell in all
And
of
that-
2019,
19,
right?
Right.
I said to Rick, I would be all over that stuff because
Right.
I'm not getting paid until the house.
Those get sold.
But if there's a problem, guess what? I don't get paid,
right.
and I don't get my
Right.
my
So
$20,000.
It's all contingent on you actually
Right.
completing this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Monstrous.
So our
task.
thinking is we should do a lot of these steps that seems like everyone waits to the last second.
Right.
Do it beforehand.
Get them all in.
Let's get 'em done.
Get your ducks in a row.
Get your ducks in a row.
We just had one, a closing blow up, right? Can we talk about it on the air? Or?
yeah, we can talk about it in the air.
They had a closing date set up for last Friday.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the smoke certificate, which is
Because of a oil tank situation.
that's why they didn't have it.
Yes. Yes. It
Because
was-
wait, the oil tank.
might not have met code.
Well-
So our suggestion, so the oil tank didn't meet code.
Right.
So now they can't get a smoke certificate, and now they might not close the deal because it's going to take X amount of dollars to
get
fix that
to get
oil
that
tank.
remedied.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And that could nix the whole deal.
could nix the whole deal.
It pretty much has.
Because if the seller doesn't want to fix it,
Right.
then the buyer doesn't want to fix it.
Right.
And yeah, might go back. You know, there might be some negotiating. Well,
Yeah.
you take X amount of dollars less for this. So
I know of a situation where a house didn't sell because there was no clear title.
Yeah.
Which was
It happens all the time.
Which went unnoticed, right?
So-
and now it's costing the sellers $100 a day.
oh my God.
Yeah.
$100 a day until the until they satisfy.
So
this.
you're a seasoned real estate guru at this. What would you
he's an
suggest?
agent, isn't he?
From that last statement, you would think I was.
Yeah, no. So wouldn't you want to do
I'm
the
like
titles?
a parrot. I just regurgitate what you guys have told me.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've done really well. You're a good student,
yes.
Tony.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you want to do that title search before?
Way earlier.
Way earlier.
So
Of course.
Rick has been throwing that idea out to
years.
everybody we know as long as I've known him.
Yeah.
And everyone says, you know what, Rick? That is a great idea.
But nobody
no
does
one does it.
No one does
I have been told I'm a genius for 2 reasons.
Okay.
Don't roll your eyes. That's embarrassing on the radio. Here's
sorry.
one. Here's one. My title idea: when someone lists their house,
Let's get a title
let's
done.
do a title search as opposed to waiting for the closing attorney to do it 7, 8 weeks
Because they may
later.
call you as the sales attorney. They may call you 3 days before the closing and say,
Right.
guess
Oh,
what?
by
There's
the
a title
way,
problem.
right, sure.
And they don't care what we need to do between here and there,
Yes.
between the 3 days till closing. You need to get it done, right?
Let's
We're not
be-
closing.
let's
And now
be-
it's our fault.
Your fault, right?
Right.
Of course.
Right.
Let's be proactive, is
Right.
what we're saying
Right.
here.
Right.
Get in front of it.
And the second reason I was told I was a genius is I have Tony V on a real estate show.
Well, that goes without saying.
Right.
Sure. Sure. Anybody can be in my.
Who told
in
you
my
that, Tony?
proximity.
I didn't say who
Was
it
that
was.
Tony
Yeah,
V?
it's me. You're a genius.
I didn't attribute to who said it, but yes, I think we've had so many title problems like order of conditions.
Order of conditions are a big one.
What is that?
You know what?
What's the order of
Order
conditions?
conditions. Whenever
That's
you go
new.
into when a developer goes into town,
Right.
They say yes, you can build on this 10-acre lot,
But.
we're gonna you're close to some wetlands,
Right.
so we're gonna say you got to build it,
Right.
but we're gonna give you some orders to do.
Like you're
Okay?
going to put a fence up between the
Gonna put some
property
hail
and
bales.
the conservation
I see.
land
Yeah.
or
Right.
something, whatever it is.
Right, right.
Every developer says, yeah, that's no problem. They put it in, and then they close on it, and they never get those released. So by
Oh,
closing time,
That seems borderline negligent.
Well, it is.
Yes.
Ronell from our office had a great idea, right?
She's great, Ronell.
can you,
The
Renata,
builder-
if you're in the audience, stand up
Yes.
and wave.
So she says, I think
Did
the
you say
builder-
she is standing up? That's not nice.
I didn't say that. So Ronell thinks the builder, when they give the order of conditions, say, yes, you can build this house, but there's going to be an order of conditions. Ronell thinks that the builders should have to put in like $1,000 or $2,000, something like,
Have some skin in the game.
yeah, just
in
a little
case They
bit.
screw up.
Give it to the town the
Yeah.
minute everything
Sometimes
gets satisfied.
they do, but not all the time. Sometimes
Right.
they're bonded with the town, but a lot of times
Most times they're not bonded.
Right, right,
So,
right,
so
exactly.
and then when they got the release for the order of conditions, we call it a certificate of compliance, meaning they complied with the
With
orders.
everything they should have.
They get their $2,000 back,
Right.
and that would solve all our
solve all
problems,
the
right?
problems.
But that
Yep.
doesn't happen.
Why?
because people don't get. They
Well,
don't do
Ronell
their
doesn't
title
write.
search.
Ronell doesn't write the laws for the state of Massachusetts.
Why don't you start it at the office? Have just like a fish bowl.
We could.
And then people put their money in there. Right? And then when they satisfy all of their requirements, they can
get
dip
their
into
money
the
back?
fish bowl.
We could start that for
Sure.
grievances and stuff in the office, right?
It's like
No
a, like,
grievances in our office.
it's like a swear jar.
The only one who's
Right.
harassed in that office is me. We'll talk about that the next show, all right?
Yeah.
You feel my pain
I
sometimes.
do, of
All right,
course.
and they're all here today.
What do you mean? What do you mean you?
We'll
of
talk
course.
about it later.
Of course.
After the
Look,
30-minute mark.
it's
yeah.
an unsaid thing. It just goes without saying. I can.
Poor Rick Carter.
He doesn't have
know.
to say anything, and
I
I
know.
can see the makeup of the office, and I go, yeah, he's got trouble,
big trouble.
big trouble,
Am I
all
too-
size kinds of trouble.
Who's the bully?
He's got little trouble. He's got medium-sized trouble. He's got tall trouble.
Hey! Oh, you didn't say big
I
trouble.
didn't say big trouble.
You
I said,
trouble.
oh. What do you think? I'm new?
Do you think I'm too easy on them?
Who do you think the bully is in the office?
Oh,
You.
stop.
Clearly you. Clearly.
I'm the shop steward.
But I think your bullying is probably it's more passive aggressive than blatant.
No,
Oh,
no,
that-
it's pretty
that-
blatant. Rick's a passive aggressive one.
Oh, Rick's the passive aggressive one.
No, I'm the one huddled in the corner in some fetal position because I got 3 strong Type A personalities in the office, all
Hi, can I
female.
come to Rick Carter? As soon as he stops weeping.
No, can I tell you this one story? Can we sidetrack?
Oh, God. Oh, took
This
us
is a
at the
good one.
19-minute mark.
This
But go
is a
ahead.
good one. So
You know when she prefaces anything as a good one, it's not going to be good for me. You know that.
No.
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
I was on vacation
I'm
with
sure
my family.
You were on a vacation? That is the oddest thing I have ever.
a long time ago. A long time ago.
All right. Probably well deserved.
And then
You'd probably been in 2 or 3 days in a
I
row.
yeah, it was. So I come back from vacation, and like one day into it, I get a call from my babysitter. My daughter broke her leg, so I had to go running off.
Of course. Yeah.
But then I had
That takes
another
priority.
vacation planned for like the next day. But I came in for a half a day to work, and
straighten
he
things
stops by my office and he goes, "Hey, thanks for stopping in." I'm like, if that's not passive aggressive.
I was just trying to be cordial.
But but that's what, that all has to do with tone, because I could say, hey, thanks for stopping in. Or I could go, yeah, thanks for stopping in.
All right.
No. He always says it in a nice
with
way, and you
dripping
just
with
have
sarcasm.
to think. You have to think. What did he mean by that?
Right.
What did he mean
I got
by
to say it
that?
in a way where like 10 minutes later they think about it.
Right.
It's like the lady that cut him off in the Market Basket parking lot the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Cut him off, almost ran him over, and
Yes.
then they
Who
were
goes 40 through a Market Basket parking lot?
And then they were going-
Anyone in the audience? Come on. Wait if you
then
do
they
that.
were going in the door together.
I
and
tracked her down.
He tracked her down like a
And I
stalker.
had a carriage. She had a carriage. And I stood there with my carriage and let her go. I go, I can see you're in a rush. You go ahead.
But so he goes, she's going to figure out 10 minutes later what I meant by that.
right.
So he's a real passive aggressive.
You're just, or the girl on 128 who kept cutting me off, and then she cut me off one last time, and I went up right beside her, and she thought I was going to verbally abuse her.
Right.
She rolls her window down. I roll my window down. She flips me the figure, and she thought I was going to scream at her.
Right.
I said, "You look like a slut when you do that." Oh, it was like
That's great.
It was like a taser, you know.
Okay, bye.
Oh, what do I say to that? No, I don't look like a. Yeah. So
When that happens to me, especially with guys in pickup trucks, I like to blow them a kiss.
At least you used
Yeah.
the word kiss this time.
Yeah. I like.
at least you preface it by saying when guys do that,
that,
you
right.
just start the whole conversation.
No.
When I see a guy, I like
I
to blow
just
them a
don't
kiss.
randomly blow guys' kisses anymore.
Unless they need a ride to the Cape. That'll
Yeah.
be for a story at another
That's
time.
for
All right.
another
So you know what else we were talking about when we were talking about our one tip?
Yeah.
We were talking about.
So this whole tip is to make you as a broker look like a star, because you guys, I think, as a broker, is the epicenter of the deal. Is that my imagination? or not?
Did he just interrupt me?
He doesn't know where to turn.
I'm not getting in there.
Did you guys see him interrupt me?
I'm not getting in a domestic dispute. I'll be a material witness.
So we can run with this, Rick.
Go ahead.
I guess that when the broker wants a 10, when he or she wants a 10,
Yeah.
they should set the expectation with their client from the get-go. So we talked about how they can do that.
Yes.
Right? So
Yep.
Did you say gecko like
from the get-go.
insurance
Yeah. From the get-go.
From the gecko.
Are they
From the
sponsoring us?
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
you could say
Is that why?
you could say 15 minutes by only listening to half of this show.
Oh boy, Tony's on fire today.
I'm pretty proud of that one. That was
like-
like a. You're
that was
right
a good
there.
one.
You know what? I didn't even have that in the chamber. That just
That
came
was
right
good,
up.
yeah.
That just
just goes to show your talent.
Yes,
Yeah,
that got
yeah.
locked and loaded and out.
problem.
Amazing.
Yes.
Problem is everyone who's seeing the show is already gone, so
I-
they didn't hear that line.
I
anyway,
might
so.
quit. No, I might be done for the show.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
can
might just-
retire.
I just might put my head on my desk, and whoever stole my pencil can return it with no questions asked.
Boy.
All right, go ahead.
So set the expectation. If your client is in Florida, you need to tell them that they A, have to come to the closing, B, have to hire an attorney, which would be a preferable avenue, or C, we need to figure out how to get the documents because they're going to be needing to sign the deed and a power of attorney, and so
they're expecting that.
right. So if you tell them, that's just an example, but if you tell them,
Can I give another example?
yeah,
It's almost like my dentist, and I always think.
oh,
of it.
I like this.
No, when my dentist, he's very good. He'll always say, "You're about to feel a pinch."
Oh, yeah.
And then I get the pinch.
Yeah.
And I'm not horrified.
Right.
Sure.
And
You know
that
what I
didn't
mean?
hurt very much.
That didn't hurt, 'cause I
That
was
happens
expecting.
during sex every now and again, too.
You know this video is
This
going
is
to
a
be
family-friendly-
to all our brokers throughout
I didn't say
America.
anything.
All right,
No,
good.
you didn't.
All right,
You
go
didn't
ahead.
say
But
anything.
you might as well finish your thought now.
No.
That was the complete
Don't have him finish the thought.
That was the complete thought.
So the dentist
You know,
gives
my
you
thoughts have beginnings, middles, and ends.
Ends.
Right. It's
Just
not
putting,
one,
just
not
putting them
one-
all together,
It's
right?
not like one stream of thought.
Like most ideas are.
Yeah, right. They just
Well,
keep
sometimes
going.
you dangle things,
I
and
do.
then you drop the funny
There you
part.
go, throwing softballs again.
I know.
Right, and
I was even going to jump in on
You
that
go
one.
right ahead. You take this one.
Too easy. All right. So this is it's definitely like Animal House.
Oh my
The
God!
show.
Well, you too.
Right.
I have one personal, I have the devil over
Oh,
here
yeah,
and the
right.
angel over
Right,
here.
right,
And yes. All right, Angel, go ahead.
So I forgot what I was going to say. No, so when you
Manage
have
expectations.
you got to manage you have to set their expectation and then manage their expectation, and so it's not so bad.
Not only
hearing
what to
about-
expect, but also the timing of everything too.
Because
right?
the thing is, if you find out you need to sign papers and you're in Florida or you're in Mexico and you can't get back, why didn't you know this before? You're not going to get a 10.
Right.
You're not going to get a 10 when there's a big mad scramble in Mexico to find the
Right.
embassy to notarize documents. And so when you set up the timeline for them, because it could be a
Right.
30-day process or a 45-day process, set it up at the beginning. They're going to be looking to get into the house for a home inspection,
Yep.
right? They're going
Yep.
to be looking to, maybe they want to get into measure.
Yep.
We need to set up your smoke certificate and someone needs to be home, or those are just
There are
examples.
things to be done.
Can I
Yeah.
give you another reason on why someone wouldn't get a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about this a lot, but misrepresentations.
Oh.
We got to watch misrepresentations and disclosures, and we know
Yeah.
the difference between the two. And misrepresenting is when
Right,
you're saying
right.
something you shouldn't have. Disclosures is something you should have said. So let me give you a couple misrepresentations. This happened in very first year of
The
my career.
sin of omission.
This is what I said. This is what real estate's all about. I'm doing a closing. and just getting started with the closing. And I said to the buyer, I said, "Oh, congratulations! You live near me. I'm just the next town over." And the guy says, "Oh, next town over. Where do you live?" I said, "I live in Reading." He goes, "That's the next town over." My broker told me I was buying in Reading.
North
Reading.
So then the broker says, No, I told you were buying on the north side of Reading. All right, misrepresentation.
That is misrepresentation.
Yes, all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let me give another one.
Sure.
More.
Plus, let's not know geography. Very
How the
important.
fact it got that far anyway?
No, I
though.
know.
Your
Right.
application,
Right.
your mortgage
Everything
commitment.
says Reading.
North Reading. But some people think like Northampton might be
Right,
part
right,
of Hampton.
right, exactly,
But maybe they weren't from the
exactly.
I
area.
give you Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah.
A ridiculous place to live, full of ridiculous people.
There goes our client base there.
Oh, we lost Manchester years
Oh,
ago.
they're gone.
Oh,
Ever
Manchester
si-
by the sea.
Ever
By
since
the
you
sea.
commented about the girl with the scarf around her neck,
No, the sweater. Yeah,
the sweater
with the
around
sweater.
makes
Makes it easier to get
He was
choke.
going to choke her.
Sure.
That's like, what is that?
Ready-made.
Is that criminal threatening?
No.
right.
A simple
Public.
That's not
a simple
passive-aggressive.
Observation. There was no threat intended. I merely pointed out it could be.
I love what the husband said.
Oh, the husband was the best. Woman walking out of my show, and I go, "Hey, you forgot your husband." And she goes, "He'll be right along." And the guy goes, "No, I won't."
In front of like
In front
300
of-
people.
I go, "Oh, dude, that's real funny now, but you're gonna catch hell when you get home."
Yeah.
So misrepresentations, a very common one is you
Yeah.
can't tell someone it's a two-family if it's not a two-family. You can't rely on a seller. If a seller says, "Oh yeah, it's zoned for business,"
What if I ask you as a broker, am I going to have to pay capital gains tax on this?
Oh, we had this person. So,
Oh.
yeah, so we had a broker the other day came into our office.
Wait, is he gonna have to pay capital gains on what he makes?
On what he sold.
On
when
what
he
he
sold.
Her answer was, it depends on when you cash the check.
Oh,
Yes.
oh! I even know that's wrong.
I know, but we shouldn't tell him.
Wow! If I know something's wrong, it's wrong.
It's really wrong.
I mean, there's wrong, and then there's like, holy cow, wrong.
So if you're selling a house,
Right.
you shouldn't be asking your broker about tax consequences.
They don't know.
And they shouldn't even be asking us.
No, of course not.
We need to
You gotta
send
ask-
them to an accountant.
You got to talk to your accountant.
Here's it's a good real estate expression. I didn't coin this, but it's a great. You should be the source to the source,
Yeah.
and not the source.
Right.
So if someone's asking you an accounting question
Yeah.
as a broker or as an attorney, and you don't know the answer, you should say, "I'm not sure. I'm going to refer you
Refer
out to
to
our,
someone who knows."
our accountant."
Right, right.
So we hear a lot of brokers getting in trouble because they said during the home inspection, "Don't worry about it. Just get a handyman to take care of it." And then they find out, which means
Right.
it's probably not going to cost that much.
Don't you think that people in general, I mean, just not in real estate alone too, but they just want to find somebody who has the answer they're looking
Right,
for?
that's
Well,
what we
they
said.
hear what they
You know,
want to hear.
right, they want to
and
hear,
that's
right.
very
well,
typical.
you said, I go, yeah, what are you asking me for? I don't know anything.
But listing a house, you make a lot of money when you list a house and sell a
Yeah,
house
sure
as
you
a
do.
real estate agent.
Yeah.
It's a hard job. It's a
Yeah.
hard job. They have
It
to.
should be.
They
How
have to,
people sell a house on their own now is just unbelievable.
They have to deal with the emotions of a seller. They have to deal with the facts of the home. They have to deal with the other agent and or buyer.
Right, it's not-
And you're dealing with a lot of moving
Of
parts.
course.
So I think that if you're honest and open and set the expectation, and whether it's information they want to hear or not,
Right.
that's going to get you a 10.
right, the
And what
truth,
the
of
most
course.
important thing is hitting the closing date, right, Rick?
Yep.
If it doesn't happen, on the day it's supposed to, then things start going bad.
That's when it goes
and
belly
that's
up.
when everybody
Right.
gets bad feelings.
And it seems like these things would pile up too. Like if you start off on the wrong foot,
Yeah,
or
you're
wrong
right.
information,
You're right.
Yeah.
then
You're
a
right.
whole bunch of other stuff could go wrong.
and then they hold their breath and hope to get their check,
Right.
but it's always going to come out in the wash,
Well, I
right?
got good news and bad news.
What's that?
We're done.
Good news is we got a lot of information today.
Well, today seemed like a chock full of information show.
Bad news is we got through about 5 of these. Should we?
As
I
usual.
thought there was only one. How did
One.
we get through 5
There's
of
a lot
one?
of.
We got to F.
There's
We
a
got
lot
to
of
F.
subsets. Right.
AF.
So I'm wondering if we should revisit this subject next week.
We
What do
can.
you think about that?
Yeah.
Sure.
But we got a lot of people to thank, and we got Jordan and Tommy to thank, our video photography.
Oh, they cut
We
a
have
nice
our own
video.
group now.
Yeah,
Yes,
we got a
yes.
nice
They're
new
groupies.
promo.
We got
Man,
groupies.
Looks great.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Is
Go
that
ahead.
Frank Santarelli from The Sopranos?
He was on The
Front row.
Sopranos,
I
wasn't
thought he was. We got
Marty,
Renee
the pharmacist.
Carter,
The pharmacist.
Renell, go with her last name.
Pora Vecchio.
Thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party with Ed Sullivan, the prolific producer, Kathy Holtshouser, paralegal extraordinaire, and comedian from 2018, Tony V. Thanks for joining us. This is Ricardo. No, stop it, really. Everyone, sit down. It's an embarrassment. Please.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.